Good morning, students. Here we are. Here we are with the third video, which is related with the admission of a partner. Now, today we will discuss the topic accounting treatment of reserves and accumulated profits and losses. In case of admission, when new partner comes, at that time, if there are any profits, accumulated profits or losses in the business, then these should be distributed among partners. These should be distributed among old partners in old ratio, as new partner is not entitled to any such reserves or profit. These are undistributed profits that are earned by old partners. So these should be transferred to the old partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. On a liability side, there may be general reserve fund, profit and loss accounts, credit balance. How these are transferred to the old partners, the journal entry for this is general reserve account debit, reserve fund account debit, profit and loss account debit. Only credit balance of profit and loss account is debited to old partners capital account if the capital accounts are fluctuating. But if the capital account are fixed, then we may write current account. These partners capital account are credited in old profit sharing ratio. Similarly, if there are some accumulated losses in the form of a debit balance of profit and loss account appearing in the balance sheet, the same should be transferred to the old partners capital account. The entry would be old partners capital account debit to profit and loss account debit balance, to advertisement suspense account, to deferred revenue expenditure account. If these are in the balance sheet, these should be written off from old partners capital account. But if the capital account is fixed capital account, then in that case we will not use capital account. In that case we will use current account. In that case, entry will be old partners current account debit to profit and loss account, debit balance of profit and loss account to advertisement suspense account, to deferred revenue expenditure account. Here is one question which is related with this topic. R and S are partners in a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio 4:1. On April 15, 2021, they admit N as a new partner. On that date, there was a balance of 20,000 in general reserve and a debit balance of rupees 10,000 in profit and loss account of the firm. Past necessary journal entries regarding the adjustment of accumulated loss, profits and losses. The entry would be, this is accumulated profit. The entry would be general reserve account debit, general reserve account debit, rupees 20,000 to old partner. Name first partner is R, to R's capital account, and second partner is S, to S's capital account. The ratio, old ratio among these partners is 4:1. Then this 20,000 will be distributed among R and S in the ratio 4:1, which is old ratio. Being transfer of the balance of general reserve, transfer of the balance of general reserve, general reserve among old partners in old ratio, in 4:1 ratio, which is old ratio. Now, here we have a debit balance of profit and loss account. Then we will transfer this 10,000 among partners. The entry would be R's capital account debit, this 10,000 is divided in the ratio 4:1. Then S is capital account debit. The amount is 2,000 to profit and loss account. This is debit balance of profit and loss account, which means the loss to the firm. And when this loss occur, then the capital account partners are debtor. For transfer of balance of being transfer of debit balance of profit and loss account among old partners in old ratio, which is 4:1 ratio. This is the question. This is the part how we transfer different reserves among partners before the admission of a partner. Here, one more topic which is related with the reevaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. At the time of admission of a new partner, then it is necessary for us to reevaluate assets and liabilities of the firm, so that we able to show true and fair value. This is done because with the passage of time, the value of certain assets might have been increased, the value of some other assets may be decreased. Thus, the actual value of various assets and liabilities may be different from the values shown in the balance sheet. So, it is compulsory for us to show its exact value. If there is any change in the assets value, then these have to be brought in the books of accounts. For this purpose, the firm has to prepare a revaluation account. The gain or loss on revaluation of each asset and liability is transferred to this account. Finally, its balance is transferred to old partners capital account in their old profit and loss sharing ratio. So it is compulsory for us to record all the assets and liabilities at the exact value. For this purpose, revaluation account is prepared. The journal entries related to this account is for the increase in the value of an asset. If the value of an asset given in the books is rupees 4,000, for example, we can assume land and building given in the balance sheet, rupees 4,000, but now the current value is rupees 5,000. It means the value of land and building have an increased rupees 1,000. The journal entry would be, as the assets value have been increased, the journal entry would be asset account debit to revaluation account 1,000. The journal entry would be asset account debit to revaluation account rupees 1,000. This is gain. As this is gain, so it would comes on the credit side of revaluation account. So we will credit the revaluation account as the value of asset have been increased, so it would be debited. And for the reduction in the value of an asset, then the entry would be vice versa. इसके opposite होगी. The land and building given in the balance sheet, rupees 4,000, but the current value is rupees 3,000. It means 1,000 have been decreased. So the entry would be, it is lost. So the revaluation account would be debited with 1,000. To assets value is decreased, so asset would be credited. The entry would be revaluation account debit rupees 1,000 to asset account rupees 1,000. For third, if there is an appreciation in the amount of liability. For example, if creditors value is given in the balance sheet is creditors given in balance sheet rupees 5,000 and a current value of creditor is, and we have to pay current value of creditor is rupees 5,500, means we have to pay 5,000 more. It means liability have been increased. If the liability is increased, then there is loss. When if there is loss, the valuation account is debited with 5,000 to liability. Liability may be creditor, then 500. Okay. The revaluation account will be debited with 500 to liability account rupees 500. As the creditor given in the balance sheet rupees 5,000, but current value of creditor which we have to pay, that is 5,500. It means 500 creditors value have been increased, so it is liability. If there is liability, then revaluation account is debited. Creditor given in the balance sheet rupees 5,000, but we have to pay rupees 4,000 to the creditor. In this case, there is benefit for us, there is gain for us. Then liability account would be debited with 1,000. As there is liability is reduced with 1,000, liability account debit to revaluation is rupees 1,000. This is gain, so revaluation account would be credited in this case. And here is fifth one more entity which is related with the revaluation account. If there is unrecorded asset, assume unrecorded investment rupees 2,000. The investment which was not recorded in the books, but it is of rupees 2,000, then it is benefit, it is gain for the organization. So if there is gain and we record this asset in the books, then asset would be debited with the amount 2,000. इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो इन्वेस्टमेंट लिखा जाएगा टू रिवैल्यूएशन रुपीज 2,000. Unrecorded liability of rupees 1,000. Outstanding wages rupees 1,000 not recorded in the books, not recorded in the books. This is loss for the organization. In this case, revaluation account would be debited with rupees 1,000 to liability outstanding wages 1,000. Okay. If there is any gain in the revaluation account, means if the credit side is more than the debit side, then we will transfer this in the old partners capital account. Revaluation account debit to old partners capital account in old ratio. Individual partners name would be written. If debit side is more, then revaluation account would be credited, old partners capital account would be debited. If there is gain, then credit side would be more. Then we transfer this credit balance to the old partners capital account. The entry would be revaluation account debit to old partners capital account. How? Now we will prepare revaluation account from those journal entries which we have done earlier. On revaluation account, there are two sides. Left hand side is debit side and right hand side is credit side. On debit side, there would be the name of asset with the decrease in the value of asset. If there is any decrease in the value of asset, it would come on the debit side as it is loss for the organization. If there is any increase, it would come on the credit side of revaluation account. Same may happen in case of liabilities. If liabilities increase, it means you have some losses have been increased for the firm, some liability have been increased, then it becomes on the debit side. If liability is decreased, then it becomes on the credit side. If there is unrecorded asset, it means this is benefit for the organization, so it would come on the credit side. If there is any liability which is unrecorded, it would come on the debit side of revaluation account. It is as it is loss for the organization. It means the revaluation account is prepared just like profit and loss account. All losses, all expenses are shown on the debit side. All incomes are and our profits are shown on the credit side. With the increase in the value of asset, we have profit, then it would comes on the credit side. With the decrease in the value of asset, we have loss, then it becomes on the debit side. At the end, the balance of revaluation account is transferred to partners capital account, old partners capital account in old ratio. If credit side is more than debit side, then on debit side to capital account. But if the debit side is more than credit side, then on credit side we will transfer it into the capital account by capital account, old partners capital account in old ratio. The main aim of this revaluation account is to show the changes of the assets and liabilities, so that exact position of our business is shown to the new partner. If there is any profit, any loss, that is related with old partners and transferred to old partners capital account. This is all about to the revaluation.